Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today we're gonna start the video by solving question number 15. So let's read out the question. Without using a calculator and showing all the working, express in the form this where a and b are integers. Before we solve, let's identify what the top part of a fraction is and what the bottom is. So we call this the numerator. Top part of a fraction is called numerator and the bottom is called denominator. We needed to identify this for the later explanation, so let's begin. In such root over fractions, we have to always make sure that the denominator is never a root. It either has to be a regular number or it can be solved in one expression. So let's solve this already. So 11 plus root 2 divided by 3 root 2 minus 1, that's the question. Then times, we're gonna multiply both the numerator and the denominator with the opposite denominator. What's that supposed to mean? We're gonna multiply both sides by 3 root 2 plus 1. Notice how this is negative and this is positive. This is what we're gonna do. If the cases was different, imagine the denominator in the question was positive, then this would have been negative. Okay, now we're gonna multiply both sides. Let's write it like this. 3 root 2 plus 1 divided by... Okay, now here, how are we gonna solve it? We know that a square plus, minus b square equals to a plus b times a minus b. So this is the same situation here. Look, this is the negative a minus b, this is the positive a plus b. So it's gonna be 3 root 2 square minus 1 square. So now let's multiply 11 times, let's use the FOIL method. I hope all of you guys know the FOIL method. FOIL stands for first, and the F. O stands for outer, I stands for inner, L stands for last. So based on that, let's multiply 1 with 3 root 2. That's gonna be 33 root 2. Oh, right, outer. So 11 with 1, that gives us positive 11. Then I for inner, that means this 2, which gives us 6. You can put in the calculator for the multiplication, obviously it's fine. Then the last 2 is root 2 times 1. So it's gonna be positive root 2 divided by, put these in the calculator, we're gonna get the value of 18 minus 1. Now let's add 11 plus 6, which is 17. 33 root 2 plus root 2 gives us 34 root 2. 18 minus 1 is 17. If we write it like this, 17 by 17 plus 34 root 2 17, we're gonna get 1 plus 2 root 2. This is our answer and it respects the format they told us to write. So this is the answer. Okay, let's move to the next. This question says, write this equation in the form this, where a, b, and c are integers. Okay, to do that, let's write the equation again. 3x squared plus 24x plus 1. Right. This is the completing the squares format. So when we're completing the square, we have to make sure the x square is just x square. Like there cannot be a number before it. So to do that, we're going to divide the first two terms by the number that is multiplied with x squared, which means we're going to divide it out of the first two terms. So if we do that, it's gonna be 8x, because 24 divided by 3 gives us 8 plus 1. We're gonna leave the third term as it is. So next we're gonna put a bigger bracket and then a small one, then x squared plus, now this is an important step, we're gonna do 2 times x times a number that gives us 8, that is 4. 4 times 2 is 8, times x gives us 8x. Then we're gonna use the same number that we used, like this number. We're gonna first square it and then minus it, minus the square, okay, to balance the equation. Plus 1, never forget the third term, people often forget it, so yes. Now let's solve it. So if you put the equation in your calculator by pressing menu, setup, and then alpha and a, then press 2 for polynomial, then select 2, then if you put the equation there, let me put it real quick, you're gonna get x1 and x2 value, then you're gonna get minimum of y x value, which would give you x equal minus 4. If x equals minus 4, that means it was x plus 4 equals to 0, right? So this is going to be x plus 4 square minus the remaining is the negative. We're gonna put 16 because 4 squares are 16, so minus 16, then close the bracket, plus 1. Now we're gonna multiply 3 with everything inside the bracket, so 3 times this minus 3 times 16 gives us 48, so minus 48 plus 1. 3x plus 4 square minus 48 plus 1 gives us 47. And this is the answer. I'm gonna put it here, I'm gonna write it here. Plus 4 square minus 47. There we go. This is pretty easy, so I'm gonna make it quick. Expand and simplify this. So to do that, multiply this first. So 3c times 2 is 6c minus 3c times 5c gives us 15c squared. Now let's write this in a bracket, then minus, let's solve this now. 2c times 5c gives us 10c squared. Since we're ignoring the minus here, let's pretend it's not here. So 2c times 1 gives us 2c. Now let's solve it. Let's remove the bracket. Minus 10c squared minus 2c. 4c minus 25c squared. But let's just write 25 minus 25c squared plus 4c, because square comes before. So minus 25c squared plus 4c. The next question says factorize fully the given expression. So from both sides we notice that we can divide d and e, but e square. So let's write this d e square. So if we divide de square from this side, we're gonna get 2e cubed, and this side we're gonna get 9. Yeah, we're just gonna get 9. That's it. This is the value. So let's write it over here.